Sedgwick, who he is a swing man, isn't he? No doubt about that. But and congratulations to Brent Kenyon, Sticks Kenyon, breaking the record this afternoon for the most games, senior games at Sorrento, 262, breaking the record of Bernie Lynch, of course.
No, fantastic achievement, and considering, as been spoken about a few times in the footy show, his sort of senior career might have been over, but he's turned his career around, and well done to Sticks.
He has indeed. So it's Justin Farrelly up against Williams in the ruck. Williams it was who got the tap. Allsop got the first possession. Down to Jed Sutton. Right foot kick around the corner. Up towards Crow. Needs to give something today. He gathered the footy. He shanked it though. Went up towards half forward. Billy Rolfe attacks the footy. Well tackled. Tieran heads in there. Defensive 50 for Sorrento. David Hurst crashes in. Couldn't get clean possession of the footy. The umpire will come in and bounce. 50 metres out from Somerville's goal. Kicking towards the scoreboard end in the opening quarter.
Start very, very crucial, and a good early touch for Crowe actually, although it was a poor kick.
It was gathered there, right foot snap up towards full forward, up towards Luke Rowe, couldn't take the mark, and Jared Ferguson, the youngsters, got the job on him this afternoon. So a number of younger players in this Sorrento side. There's a lot to like about the Sharks, certainly about their future. As we said, 4 players at the Stingrays today and a number of kids running around this afternoon in this lineup. Up they go. Crowe took the ball out of the ruck, gave a handball off, right forward pocket, snap, good mark. Taken there by Crowe, just kept the footy alive, the Eagles. And it's Steve Crowe who's taken the mark. About 30 metres out, slide angle, shouldn't have any problems with the distance.
Shouldn't, and that was very well done. Steve Crowe just stood in the gap there, and there was no Sorrento player around him, and a very easy mark. And this will be a great start for Somerville if he can get it.
Yeah, they need it because we know how energetic they can be early if they can get on the board. Steve Crowe, usually a lovely kick of the footy, this time not so good. Pushed it across the face through for a minor score, so 1 behind Somerville. Leading Sorrento, no score. We've played 158 in the opening term. It'll be young Stevenson to bring the ball into play. He does, left foot out to the outer side of the ground. Good play there by Luke Colley. He took the one-on-one contested mark against Kenyon. Goes in short. Crowe, that's Ben. So Benny Crowe takes the mark, 50 metres out. He's a thumping kick of the pill, but I just reckon he might be a little bit too far out. Locked up against the boundary line, boss.
Yeah, kicking from under the scoreboard, and shows you how hungry they are early, actually. Somerville are winning the ball, winning the clearances, the ball up so far, and they're very, very hungry, although he has pulled that one and missed to the far side.
So through for a minor score. It'll be Tieran Head to bring the ball back into play. Somerville doing all the attacking early. He goes out to the outer side of the ground here at Somerville. Kicks the ball out wide. Nobody could take the mark. Hard at it there. Oh, lovely handball. Geez, he got dealt with though. Little kick comes out. Was nice. Finds a teammate there in Dabrowski, who goes up towards the half-forward line. Simpson came out. He's got the job on Corp. Neither could take the mark, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Half-forward line. Outer side of the ground for the Sharks.
Not a real surprise, that matchup, I wouldn't have thought.
No. I thought they might just try and free him up, though, and Corp's taking him back to the goal square. So that will be a win. You can see Simpson looking back. He doesn't want to be taken back to full back. And Somerville need to correct that because they don't need him back there either. Good play. Williams tapped it down. Treby inside 50 now. Coming out. Burns couldn't gather it. Put his head over the footy there. Was Treby again. Up towards full forward. Good play there by Corp. Equally as good by Simpson to tap the ball through for a minor score.
Yeah, first score for Sorrento, but 3 inside 50 Somerville have had, and they've done very well in the early stages. Just try and put a score on the board.
Out comes Kenyon, got the handball. Rowan Hogan-Burke laid it, Shepherd, then laid the big tackle, stacks on, and the umpire will come in and bounce. Half forward for Sorrento. 1 behind versus 2 points. We've played a couple of minutes in the opening term. Don't think that time clock's working just all that well right now as Somerville go into attack. Sedgwick comes out, needs to take the mark and did. He's got Allsop out wide, decides to go against that. Rowe, one-on-one, one hand, almost got it. Handball out to Hurst, should go backwards, does. Allsop's got it, little kick inside, dangerous, good mark, Steve Crowe.
He
thought about playing on, but then got one around the neck, so either way, you're spot on, Vossi. He did play on, but he copped one across the chops. And he'll line up for goal, 40 metres out, directly in front. So The inside 50 count at the moment, as Michael Voss said, thanks to more into Peninsula Breweries.
4-1.
4-1. So Steve Crow's already had one shot at goal, missed. This to equal, and he's done it. The big fist pump, and they're up and about the Eagles. They've kicked the opening goal of the quarter, and they move to 1-2-8. Sorrento one behind. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Our sponsor, the Rye Hotel and Best Western 14 Nelson, are proud to be servicing the Rye community. The Rye Hotel's been around for 80 years and is renowned for their good old-fashioned service and hospitality. Best Western 14 Nelson luxury accommodation and conferencing offer 30 stylish suites with modern lounges and living-style bathrooms with contemporary furnishings and fabrics. Come in and try our new menu. Function facilities available. Phone 5985 2277. The Rye Hotel at 2415 Point Nepean Road, Rye.
So a bit of spite in this one. Treby's in amongst it. So is Westerman. Not a lot of love between those two players as we're back in the centre of the ground. It was a sweeping bang there by Shannon Gladman. Stacks on the middle half-forward line for the Sharks, and the umpire will come in and bounce.
Of course, these two were the preliminary finalists last year. Played each other in the preliminary final.
At Tyab.
Yeah, at Tyab. So they would certainly want to get one on the other because they can potentially knock the other one out if they... will certainly make it hard for them with the winner to the loser today.
Speedy tried to curl his way out of trouble. The umpire said, give it to me. We'll restart play. Half-forward line, outer side of the ground for the Sharks. They trail one behind, and Somerville 1-2-8. Plenty of players around the footy. Hogenberg tried to crash his way through. He does that so often. Picked up there by Crow. Handball out to McGuinness. Sweeping handball to Butterhurst. Runs towards half forward. Chip inside Rowe. Should have got the Jukes out, didn't he? Umpire's found a free kick. And it's going to go to Luke Rowe. I reckon he was a bit lucky there. But he'll take the free kick and have a shot for goal from about 55.
Just realised we've got the silver-haired Brett Chart umpiring today.
Yes. Did notice that. There's Simpson, he's just jumped inside 50. It was a good option there. But Luke Rowe fancies his chances, I think. He's a thumping kick of the footy. He's there full forward. They expect him to kick goals, and he needs to kick this one. This will be a wonderful start to the Eagles if he can kick it. He'll kick from 51. He skew-whiffed it off the side of the boot. Lucky to score, I reckon. Out of bounds on the full. So it promised so much, delivered so little. 8 versus 1. Billy Rolfe stands the mark. It'll be Tieran Head to bring the ball back into play for the Sharks.
Rye one straight and Pearsdale yet to score.
So Tieran Head runs across the face of goal. Kenyon provides the shepherd, goes inside up towards the 50-metre line. Great mark. That's Crow again. He's having some sort of first quarter. Stevie Crow kicks the ball inside. Wasn't great. Sedgwick came out, couldn't take the mark. Head, rush kick. Little handball comes from Hallahan, usually clear under pressure. Gives it to Potter. He needs to handball it off. He does so now. Gives it to Stevenson, who kicks the ball up the line looking for Treby. Wasn't a great kick. And the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. So 1-2-8 versus 1 behind. As we said, the time clock not working. It's always the way. It worked beautifully in the reserves, Vossi. 7 minutes gone.
Referee's law, Tully.
It is. So the umpire to bring the ball back into play. Outer side of the ground. Pretty wet over that side. As I had a look at the ground before play started. Great tackle there by David Hurst, just leading from example there. And they're up and about, the Eagles. Just the start they wanted.
Chelsea 1-4-10, Coringle 1-1-7, and Seaford 2-1-13, Lang Warren 1 behind.
So some great games around the peninsula today, both in Peninsula League and Nepean, of course. We'll bring you all the scores throughout the day. Kevin Miles will be giving us the scores at Hastings versus Red Hill. Scotty Beale promised that he's going to be giving us scores from the Rye Pearsdale game as the ball has just edged inside 50 for Sorrento, outer side of the ground. They trail by 7 points. Plenty of players around this contest, probably 15 I would imagine. And not many players. I reckon there's 4 players in the forward half of the ground for Somerville as that ball goes up and then down. Plenty of players around. A little quick kick comes out up towards full forward. Out comes McCormack. Couldn't take the mark. Little kick there. These are under pressure. Madison lays a big tackle. There's a free kick. The umpires pluck one out. It's going to Sorrento. And I reckon it might go down there to Trevor Madison. No, it's a goal. So the play on, the advantage was given. And Sorrento get there first for the afternoon. And it took 9 minutes, but they get there first. It's back to a point the difference. Not sure who kicked that one, Vossi.
No, I must say I wasn't looking at that one either. But yeah, no, they needed that one, Sereno, because they've been beaten, I reckon, pretty comprehensively in general play so far. So it's just good to get on the board at this stage.
It is. So Dabrowski comes on the wing. And we've got Luke Burton out there playing on a wing. He's got a fantastic mullet running at the moment. And he goes straight into the centre square, gives Treby one. They're all into Treby, so that's obviously premeditated because every time Treby goes near the footy, he's getting whacked. As the ball goes up towards Ryan, needs to get this out. He got spun 360. Stevenson's been good, plenty of numbers around the footy. Quick King comes out. Rolf got one in the back. Umpire said no. They come in to help now, Ryan Potter, and that was Brent Kenyon. And lucky not to give away the free kick there, Potter. And Billy Rolfe not overly happy. The ball's about 30 metres out from Somerville's goal. Good play there by Crow. Handballs it out. Sutton, he's a chance from here. Right foot snap. Couldn't curl it back enough. Through for a minor score. So 1-3-9 plays 1-1-7. And we've played 10 minutes in the opening quarter. There's a blood rule against Billy Rolfe's coming from the field. So we wanted a good start to this game, and we've certainly got that. 2 points the difference. 1-3-9 Somerville. Sorrento 1-1-7. Tyrone Head to bring the ball back into play. And now we can restart play. So Tyrone Head wants to play on, does. Crow goes after him. Oh, and corrals him. Nice play. Little handball comes out. Geez, if they can kick a goal here, that'd be a wonderful start. Allsop's got it. Handball out goes to Hogenberg. Right foot snap around the corner. Couldn't bring it back enough. Should have made more of that, the Eagles. And through for a minor score. So 1-4-10 to 1-1-7. Kenyon to bring the ball back into play. Does so now. Goes to the outer side of the ground. Williams flies. Good punch from behind by Sedgwick. Killed that contest. Ball goes over the line out of bounds.
Two of the players were tracking. Scott Simpson, they're doing well considering Simpson hasn't had an effect so far, and neither's Luke Tapscott for Sereno.
So Tapscott certainly playing as a forward, and Simpson's just trying to get away from Corp, so he's playing about 20 metres ahead of him. So what he does, he zones off, reads the pull so well usually. Ryan gets tackled to the ground there by Dabrowski, and the umpire will... And Stevenson it was, in fact. So Guy Stringer's in the ruck. He's the one giving the chop out to Williams at the moment. So the old man of the competition, he got the second punch, tapped it towards the boundary line. Good enough it was. And the umpire will restart play. Half forward line for the Eagles, outer side of the ground. They lead 1-4-10, the home side. Sorrento 1-1-7. We've played 12 minutes in the opening quarter. Ball comes back into play. So it's Sedgwick versus Stringer. Sedgwick almost won the tap. Taken there by Hallahan. Speedy got a handball, spills out, tackle to the ground. That was Somerville. Geez, that's a big tackle down there, and the umpire is... I thought he was going to give a free kick for that big tackle. He didn't, which is good. That was Jed Sutton who laid that big tackle. So we're up again. Stringer versus Sedgwick, both fresh-aired. The umpire's found a free kick. It's going to go to Sorrento. No, it's going to Somerville. So the free kick down there towards the Eagles, and it's going to go to Sedgwick. He's got the ball at half forward. He wants Crow. Crow's moving for him now. Over his head. Steve Crow's got 3 to beat. Sticks Kenyon just stood there and took an uncontested mark in the end. He peels off, goes in short. Looking for Tapscott, finds him, plays on immediately. Right foot kick into open space, hoping somebody can run onto it. Nobody can. Speedy went in, went without it. Zach Burns is in there for Sereno. Kane McKenzie as well, comes out there towards Towers. The youngster up towards full forward. Corp tackled to the ground. It was Lockwood, in fact. Somerville with the numbers deep in defence. Good play. Westerman sizes his options, goes in short, finds Allsop, and he takes the mark. Inside defensive 50, plays on immediately, goes up the line, looking for Rose, got a couple to beat, nice mark, plays on quickly, goes further up the line, looking for a teammate, good play there by Head. Kick off the ground was good, goes up towards Sedgwick, one-on-one, good play Kenyon, put his head over the footy, good play there by Tyrone Head, just tapped it there towards Falk, it's Casper in fact, Madison's got it, runs out up towards the wing position member's side, goes up the line, Tapscott got a big push in the back. The umpire said there was nothing in that one. Timmy Hurst and Sutton, in fact, goes to McGuinness. Cross the face. Simpson's got his hands on the footy now. Thinks about going through the centre of the ground. He does so now. Good play there to Colley. Another sweeping handball to Farrelly. back there towards Jan Mirandos, inside 50. Nobody could take the mark. Sereno with the numbers. Good play, Tyrrell Head. Kicked it up there towards... It's Dabrowski. He got a big tackle. Umpire said play on. Hogenberg gave it to Allsop. Cheeky one over the top to Ryan was good. He wanted to go short. Chopped off there by Head. Goes further up. Zach Burns, you're under pressure. Got the handball out though. Good play there by Tyrrell Head. Kicks the ball up the line, up towards the wing position. Could have got one in the back from Madison. The umpire said no. Gladman kicks the ball up towards the 50-metre line. Corp got dragged to the ground. Umpire said no, free kick. Picked up there by Lockwood, goes to the top of the square. Will it bounce through? It does. Great play there by the Sharks. It started with Tyrrell Head down here in the defensive 50 with Johnny Casper, and it resulted in a left foot goal to Scotty Lockwood. Great play there by the Sharks.
And I'll tell you what, there's a bit of the game sort of turned into a bit frenetic at the moment. It is absolutely, it is blistering that some of that play there by both sides, really going hard at the contest and really pushing themselves to the limit at the moment. Rye 3-2-20, Pearsdale yet to score, Hastings 3 straight 18, Red Hill 1 straight 6.
It's going to be a sorry day for Red Hill, I reckon, Bossy.
10 inside 50s to 5, so Sereno are doing well considering they've had half the inside 50s and they're 3 points in front, Toey.
Here we go. They go back into attack again. Somerville, good tackle there. Billy Rolfe comes out. That's wonderful play. Ben Crow gave it to Sedgwick, who kicked the goal, and it's forward pressure right there. That resulted in a goal, and they won the ball through Jed Sutton out of the middle of the ground. Isn't he a star? And Sedgwick kicks his first goal for the afternoon, and that is Somerville's second. They're back in front. 2-4-16, Sereno 2-1-13, and we've played 16 minutes into the opening quarter.
Good reply there. And that's what you can do on this sort of ground too. A quick centre break, and all of a sudden Sedgwick gets the goal on the board to answer. They've dominated in general play. They haven't put it on the scoreboard. Obviously, a little bit of time left to go in the first quarter, but in general play, Somerville are on top, but it's only 3 points of difference at this stage.
So back in the centre of the ground again, Farrelly. Williams won it again. Good play, Westerman. Laid a big tackle. 4 straight, 24 Hastings. Red Hill 1-1-7. That's an update from Kevin Miles at Hastings. So thanks to Milesy. On the RPP footy show this morning, of course. And he was fantastic as always. The old team was back. Michael Voss, Toe Punt, Beerley, Blackers, Milesy. It was good fun this morning. It was the balls at half forward for Sorrento. Members side of the ground, they trail by 3 points, 2-1-13 to 2-4-16. We've played 17 minutes in the opening quarter. Again, plenty of players around the footy. Some of them have been winning the contested ball, though. They've been doing extremely well. The ball goes up again. It was Williams again who got it out, but there's Jed Sutton. He's going to run onto it. Geez, he's having some sort of game already. Goes up the line. Crow's got to compete. Couldn't. They got the numbers there. Good play there by Sedgwick again. Hurst has got the footy at half forward. Thinks about giving the handball. Then he goes long to Rowe. He's got the sit. Couldn't take the mark. Ball spills to the back. They got the numbers here. Now it's with Potter. He needs to be clean with this one. He was. It was a terrific kick. Up towards half back. Goes up the line. Looking for McCormick. Finds him. The umpire says play on. No, is it out of bounds on the full? It's got to be, because he took a clean mark. So it's either out on the full or it's a mark. It's got to be a mark, and it is. So it'll be Benny McCormick's going to take possession of the footy, outer side of the ground, true wing position. His side trails by 3 points. 18 minutes gone, opening term. Goes in short, looking for Tapscott. Good defensive pressure there it was from Kane McKenzie. Saw the ball over the line and out of bounds.
Tell you what, Sereno will be in all sorts of trouble there. Tyrrell Head this quarter. He's been fantastic around the half-back pocket, half-back flank.
Having an outstanding year is Tyrrell Head.
Team of the century, team of the year, Toey?
Oh, absolutely. Yep, he'd be right in there at the moment without any shadow of a doubt. But interesting to see that he's been further defensively, and that's allowed James Hallahan to play higher. So you might have noticed that one too, Vossi. As the ball gets switched. This is a dangerous kick. They're going for Simpson. Oh, it's got to be a free kick to Simpson. He got wiped out of the contest. I'm not sure how he got that. Corp gives him one too as he drops to the ground. And the umpire will come in and bounce it. So I'm not sure about that one. Simpson was camped under the footy, and Corp almost karate chopped him. So the ball in the centre again. Good play. Justin Farrelly won that one. They dive on top of the ground again. 15 players around the contest. It's going to be hard to get out of the congestion. And the umpire will bounce the ball. That's umpire Brett Chard. He's got the grey look these days. Used to just go with the Brockside blonde, but just going a la naturel these days. Much better look for the old man of the umpiring fraternity.
AKA Wayne Arthurs and Jules Lund, apparently.
Jules Lund, absolutely. Ball comes in again. Nobody's trying to get the footy. Eventually it comes out to Hogenberg. Look cute with the kick. Oh, geez, Rolf got one around the head. So he'll take the free kick against Potter. Should have got one earlier in this quarter, but didn't. That might have been the square up, but it was there every day of the week, as Michael Voss, you right, Hurdley say. There's Head. He should have taken the mark. Should have been paid, in fact. Sedgwick comes to Rose. Sedgwick wants to go backwards, does so. Look, it's McGuinness goes back, but there he is again, the old man. Brent Kenyon, who's got the very familiar sunscreen across the nose, goes to Tieran Head, puts him under pressure. Geez, he's cool under it though, isn't he? As he just runs off to the outer side of the ground. Short pass comes out, looking for Burns, couldn't find it. Picking up the ball's Gladman, usually pretty good with the footy. This time he goes up the line. Todd Farrelly gave one in the back. Umpire said no. Luke Colley, cool under pressure. Goes for a chip pass, needed to be good, and it was. Jed Sutton, little chip inside. Nice kick, finds Billy Rolfe, who's got the mark up against the boundary line outer side of the ground. He'll have a shot for goal from about 30.
13 inside 50s to 5 I've got it this quarter.
Yeah, they probably haven't been efficient enough, have they, Bossy? The defence has been sensational.
Steve Crow missed one early. They missed 2 or 3 that they really, and Luke Rowe missed out in the full earlier in the quarter as well.
Billy Rolfe, he just kicked it to the top of the square. They all watch Benny Sedgwick come out and take almost an uncontested mark. It almost appeared that 3 Somerville players flew for that footy and not one Sereno player. And Sedgie, who's already kicked one, will have a line up for his second, right on the goal square.
I don't reckon Nick Gill would have counted on Ben Sedgwick kicking 2 goals in the first quarter. And he's done it right now, has he? I tell you what, he's only just done it.
Yeah, he has. No, he's done it. They're celebrating, and it's a goal. So Brett Chard, no need to get involved in this, Chardy. It annoys me. It really does annoy me. The goal umpire watched the ball. Oh, Brett Chard's overruled. Brett Chard is overruled, called it a point. So I don't know about that one. I really don't, Vossi. I'll give you time to ponder it. As the ball goes out there towards Gladman on the wing position, goes up the line. Beautiful kick it was. Finds his teammate there in Marston. He wants to go short. He does to Zach Burns. Needed to be a good kick. It was a good mark, in fact. Kick put him under the hammer, but Burns gets around onto that right foot, goes up towards Lockwood, who flew. Couldn't take the mark. I think Tapscott was in there as well. Ball comes backwards. James Hallahan kicks the ball to the top of the square. Corp versus Simpson. Simpson got his fist on it. Speedy's in there giving a hand now. The cavalry come. Corp comes out with it. Right foot kick. Got tackled to the ground. Plenty of players around the footy. Right foot snip come out. So that's the second goal they've kicked out of nowhere, Sorrento. Good play, and I reckon that was Luke Tapscott who nailed that one.
Tieran Head's up to 8 touches, by the way, for the quarter. He has been solid as a rock, and 13 inside 50s to 6, and the 6 3 goals won as opposed to 2-5, and they find themselves in front because of it. Just before the just before the start of the play again, that goal, I'm not comfortable with that. The goal umpire's closer. How can Charlie tell when the ball crosses the line? If in fact it crossed the if it went above the post, over the line, that's I'm with you there. I don't agree with the overriding of that decision.
No, I don't. Not at all. It's terrible by Brett Chard. He just should not get involved in that. He was outside the 50-metre line and he made the call. As the ball goes to the top of the square again, Brent Kenyon gets back with the fly to the ball. Oh, this is a square up. There was no free kick in that contest. Ryan Potter's been, he's got his hands on his hips. He can't believe it. And the free kick's going there to Billy Rolfe, dead in front. Did you see that?
All I saw was Kenyon going up and getting a knock himself, and I'm surprised that if anything, the free kick didn't go to Kenyon.
So Billy Rolfe to put Somerville back in front, kicks the goal. 3 goals, 5-23. Summerall leading Sorrento 3-1-19. We've played 24 minutes. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Looking for the perfect place to enjoy fine food on the peninsula? Then check out the Heritage Taverns. With local produce from paddock to plate, you'll love their fine diversity of dishes. And with space for the kids to play, they offer a truly family-friendly atmosphere. Plus, every Sunday from 3 till 6, enjoy live music while tasting the many fine local beers, wine and spirits available. Wine, dine and indulge at the Heritage Tavern, 3059 Frankston Flinders Road, Balnarring. Phone 5983 2597. Proud station sponsor.
Back in the centre of the ground again, Tapscott. That's surely holding the ball. You can't get swung around 15 times. Allsop's got it now. There's a free kick. It's going there towards McMahon. So the youngster's got the free kick. Joshy McMahon got the ponytail in. Not sure what to do. Goes long. Camped under it there is Crow. Got pulled off it. Guy Stringer backing back into trouble there was Casper. He gets wrapped up there by Billy Rolfe. The umpire will come in and bounce.
I think Josh McMahon might have gone to the Tim McGuinness hairdresser, actually. He's been known to sport that sort of haircut.
So the ball goes up. Billy Rolfe is camped under it there. Taken there by Ryan. Gave it to Warhogenberg. Does it get a nice bounce? Luke Rose got himself under it. Oh, Jed Sutton went through. Couldn't take it with him. And taking it through there was Danny Stevenson. And he'll bring the ball back into play. So another behind for the Eagles. 3-6-24. Sereno 3-1-19. 5 points the difference. Good play there by Crow to kill that contest. This time it was Ben. And he just gives Treby one. So Treby's copping a heap of attention out there. An absolute heap of it.
Even though Ben Crow's probably only had 2 or 3 touches, I reckon he's relishing the fact that Tommy Shaw's not playing.
Yeah, I reckon you might be right too. Good play there by Guy Stringer. Ball goes to the front. Taken there by Mirandos. Kicks the ball inside. Got a play in front, Luke Rowe. Terrific play there it was by Jared Ferguson. Took the mark. Plays on. Goes to the outer, the members side of the ground. Madison's got a paddock in front of him. Gets it now. Kicks the ball up the line. It was a nice kick. Looking there for his teammate there in McCormack. Couldn't take the mark. It was Lockwood in fact.
Yeah.
And the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Left forward pocket for the Sharks. Transition was good from the red and white. And they'll restart play. Boundary line, like I said, about 35 metres around from Sorrento's goal. Members side, they'd love one here, the Sharks. As we said, plenty of inside 50s in favour of Somerville. And they're only 5 points behind Sorrento. 19 plays 24. 26 minutes gone. Umpires have found a free kick. It's going down there towards Scott Simpson. So he's done okay in the opening quarter, Simpson. He's had his hands on the footy a few times. Goes in short. Needed a good kick. That's a wonderful pick up there by Sedgwick. Right at his feet. And he took a nice mark. He's got Ryan inside. It's Westerman. He cops one high from Gladman. Doesn't matter. Oh, Sutton's got the ball. He's immediately under pressure. Rolfe's got it now. Oh, he gets poleaxed there by Treby. Umpire said it was fair. Nothing in it. Comes out towards Tapscott. Sweeping handball to Hallahan. Middle of the ground. Went for the worm burner. Didn't find a teammate. Timmy McGuinness mops up. Good play there by the Eagles' defence. Sutton, little handball comes out towards Farrelly. Now Speedy's got it. Another handball to Hogenberg. Dodges and weaves. Runs to half forward. Chip kick inside. Finds Luke Rowe. Lovely transition. And did not panic at any stage. The Eagles running the ball through the middle of the ground.
Was that the siren that just went?
It was the siren. So this will be a valuable one for the Eagles. They deserve it, because they've dominated general play.
16 inside 50s, I'll end up with the quarter. 16-7, in fact.
So 9 additional, and they need to convert this one. They're 5 points up now. Luke Rowe hasn't kicked a goal yet this afternoon, comes in and misses that one. So through for a minor score. And it's on in there again. So there's some flag flying.
Surprise, Lee Treby's in there. He's copped a bit of attention so far.
Yeah, he has. And Treby's really copping it in there, but the siren has gone. Players just breaking up now.
They circled him then, Tony.
Told us today, Van Oonen, of course, playing at the Essendon Bobbers with a view of being drafted, Vossi. That was the whole key to getting him up there.
How old's JV? 25? 26?
Yep.
25?
25.
Okay.
So, yeah. And the Frankston Bombers are all getting around us now. We're being surrounded with Frankston Bombers people as Beau Muston just waltzes in. So we're back in the centre of the ground again. I can't get that time clock right, though, unfortunately. As the ball goes up in the centre of the ground, it was Ryan Williams who got it. Rowan Hogan-Burke, he went without it. Zach, can't pick up that player. I will in a sec. It might be Jack Egan who came crashing through. It was. So Egan in the middle of the ground. He got one high. The umpire, Brett Chard, said he's not in that. As the ball goes up again, Williams, he's dominating in the ruck, isn't he, against Farrelly. Farrelly's second effort was good, though, laid the tackle there on Treby, who copped plenty of attention in that opening quarter. So as we said, a large Frankston Bombers contingent here watching the footy today. As the ball gets slapped down, Hogan-Burke it is. Got the handball there to who kicks the ball up towards half forward. Sedgwick, Kenyon comes out, ball hits the deck. They got numbers around the footy now. Johnny Casper it was, no Stevenson. Sweeping handball came out wide. They're under the pressure here. Marston, right foot snap around the corner, punched away, outer side of the ground. Hurst needs some support, laid it off nicely to Westerman, who kicked the ball up towards half forward. Terrible kick. And there he is, Brent Kenyon, who took an uncontested mark in game 262. Breaks the record today. Does Stixie. Ball goes to Dabrowski, Members side of the ground. Goes in short, looking for, finding Towers. So this is Towers' first game for 2016. Goes up towards the wing position. Couldn't take the mark, Burns, but he gathered it nicely. Gets onto the right foot. All Somerville hit across half forward. Westerman trapped it. What can he do with it? Needs somebody inside. Sweeping handball. Terrible it was. Hallahan grabbed it. Handball there went towards Corp. Kicked up inside 50. Terrible bounce. Lockwood at the back. Can he gather? He does. Well tackled there by Todd Farrelly. He had no prior opportunity though. And the umpire will bounce the ball up about 30 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, look, he had no opportunity, but he also probably had the opportunity to maybe knock that ball on and maybe run onto it a little bit because he was just too close to his opponent to have any effect on that one.
He was. Stacks on the mill again, so the umpire will restart play again. Almost identical spot as moments before. Only 25 metres out from Sorrento's goal. Nick Corp, third man up was Treby. Ball spills out. Corp laid the tackle, was nice. Towers comes out. Great play there. It was there by Justin Allsop. Not sure he had prior, but it was a great tackle there by Nick Marston. And he'll have a shot for goal about 30 metres out directly in front.
So I tend to agree there. Probably not a real opportunity.
Well, he was the only one to attack the footy, and it's the that's that new rule, isn't it? That unfortunately the one who puts his head over the footy and goes after it is usually the one that gets pinged for holding the ball. So the runner out there, just talking to both Treby and Tapscott as Marston comes in, has a shot for goal. They do not move. And we're all square here at the 3-minute mark of the second quarter at Somerville. 3 goals, 7. And Sorrento, 4 goals, 1. So we're all tied up. Great start to the second quarter, 25 apiece. And
very good food, Towie. I'd highly recommend it. They've done a fantastic job with that. So, but in all seriousness about the game itself, like that, Sorrento, it's a game of two contrasts. Sorrento are making the most of their opportunities, Somerville aren't. And if Somerville aren't careful, this bad kicking could come back and really bite them later in the game.
Yeah, they dominated the opening term, didn't they? As the ball comes down again, taken there by Treby. Head, he kicks the ball up towards half forward. Punched away it was from Tim Hurst. Plenty of numbers around the footy. Hogan-Burke, he received. Little chip kick came inside. That's a terrific mark there. Play on's a call, gave it there to Hogan-Burke. He tried to run around, he did, runs to half forward, sets sail from about 55. It's got the journey, but it didn't have the accuracy as Ben Crow throws his hands up in frustration. And Somerville will bring the ball straight back into play. So it's Tyrannet who's got it. He goes out wide, looking for Towers, finds him at half-back, outer side of the ground, goes inboard. Nice kick it was, goes further up the line. Hallahan sets himself, good play there by Kane McKenzie, one-on-one, too strong in the body, took the mark ahead of Hallahan, goes up the line, looking for Billy Rolfe, cut off there by Potter, who taps the ball over the line and out of bounds. And Ryan Potter, he's done some great jobs this season for Nick Jewell, his coach, and the Sorrento Football Club. He's had some big scalps. And the umpire will throw the ball back into play again, half-forward line for the Eagles, outer side of the ground. They lead by a point. As the ball comes down towards Timmy McGuinness, wants to go back to Westham, and he does. Back to McGuinness, the old 1-2. Plenty of pressure on him. Kick needs to be good. They're outnumbered here in the middle of the ground. Tapscott picked it up. Kicks the ball inside 50. Corp, what can he do? He gave a nudge. The umpire let it go. He runs into open goal and misses. No, he doesn't. He kicked the goal. So he gave Scotty Simpson a good old nudge under the footy. The umpire was caught out of position, and it's through for a major. So great start to the Sharks.
Absolutely. Five out of 6. They've kicked 5, 131 to 38, 26. So the margin is 5 points, but it's Sereno just starting to get on top in the middle of the ground a little bit.
No, you're spot on there, Vossi. They're winning that contested footy.
The pressure is there. It was a nothing kick from McGuinness, to be perfectly honest there, and he's better than that. And I'm sure he'll be sort of cursing himself a little bit after that one.
Sometimes you just don't call for the footy back, Vossi. That's the key. Sometimes you just don't call for the footy back when you've handballed it off. As we said at quarter time, it was Hastings 6 goals, 339, leading Red Hill 117. So the Blues doing a number on Red Hill as we suspected. And the umpire's found a free kick. It's going to Sereno. No, he's got to get behind his mark. Is Gladman. In fact, it's not even his free kick. Still, the umpire brings the ball back. So I think it might be Towers down there who's got the free kick in the centre of the ground for Sorrento. Someone's got to hold on here. Well, they're going to get blown away. It's 5 points the difference as the ball goes long up towards the 50-metre line. Nobody could take the mark. Comes out, tackle there. Forward pressure was good again by the Sharks. Zach Birds attacks it. He gets mauled. There's nothing in it, though, and the umpire will come in and bounce 50 metres out from Sereno's goal. They lead by 5, 5-1-31. Somerville 3 goals, 8-26. Simpson versus Corp. They're still at one another's throats. And they'd really like to free up Simpson, I reckon.
Only had the 3 touches so far.
Yeah. And like I said, if he gets less than 12 touches today and 8 marks, they don't win the game. And being dragged to full back, that's exactly what Nick Jewell would want. There's no doubt about it as the ball goes up towards half forward. Hogenberg tries to get around a couple. He did. That was good play by him. Up towards half forward now. Luke Rowe camps himself under it. That's terrific play by Ferguson. He's been outstanding on a taller opponent in Luke Rowe. And the umpire will come in and bounce. 50 metres out from Somerville's goal now. Kicking toward the netball end here at Somerville Reserve. So up they go. Rowe won the tap. Attacking the footy hard there was Ben Crow. Goes backwards to his brother in Steve. Another one off to Hogenberg. What can he do? Dodges, weaves. Handballs to no one. Zach Burns picks it up for Sereno across half-back. Now the turnover, can it happen? It did happen, only momentarily though. Westerman takes an uncontested mark on the wing member's side. Benny McCormick standing to mark. Goes up towards Sedgwick. That's wonderful play there by the Sharks again. Tyrone Head chipped in and took a mark. A very nice mark across half-back, members' side. Send his side back into attack again. Lockwood, he comes out. Farrelly's hot on his hammer. The ball spills to the back. Oh, he went without it there was Burns. Todd Farrelly gave him one. Ball goes towards half-full for Sorrento. Gladman with his head over the footy. He got one. The umpire said play on. Here comes Lockwood. Ball doesn't sit for him. They dive on top of him now, and the umpire will come in and bounce. So a couple of times there, the Sharks looked like they were off and running. One to Burns, one to Lockwood, but ball just not fitting well for them. As up they go again, Corp. Simpson won the tap. Madison put his head over it. Corp's second effort was good. Lockwood, handball's out. Madison, what can he do? Nothing. Here goes the mullet. That is Luke Burton. Ball comes out wide. Mirandos. He's got the footy now on the wing. What can he do? Needs to be clean. Goes short, looking for, finds Ben Crow, who takes an uncontested mark. Goes back towards Allsop on the run. Little chip kick was nice to McMahon. Back to Allsop. Left foot chip inside. Needed to be good, and it was. So a nice build-up here from the Eagles. Kicks inside now. That was Billy Rolfe looking for and finding it. No, must have been touched off the boot because Sedgwick. There's a free kick for holding the ball. Turnover happens. McMahon went for it. Great play there by Kenyon. Grabbed the ball at half back. Goes up towards half forward. Treby with his name all over it. Took it. Great transition again. Treby kicks the ball inside. Corp standing there on his own. Gathers it. Goes backwards there towards Tapscott. Gets one high. Right foot snap. They've still got the numbers. Madison over and Corp picks it up now. He's besieged upon by 3 Somerville defenders. And eventually, the umpire will grab the footy and bounce again about 20 metres out directly in front of Sereno's goal. They've done all the attacking in the second quarter. They lead 5-1-31, Somerville 3-8-26. Corp versus Simpson in the ruck. Good play there by Simpson, tapped it down. Westman couldn't get a clear kick. Corp got one high, ducked his head though. The umpire said holding the footy. Tried to barge his way through, and he's actually dictating it now, is Brett Chard. Charades, he's good at those. And there's McGuinness, who's got the footy. How many Mornington Peninsula Breweries for him?
7.
7. Goes up towards Ben Crow. He's in trouble here. Great tackle there by Marston. Went towards the boundary line. The umpire said throw the ball back into play. So the tempo just lifting here. There's a free kick being plucked out, I reckon. Oh, the umpire's getting a little bit of a barrage there from the spectators. And we apologise for any profanities that you may have heard across our outside mic. Can't control the passion of the crowd here, but we love it because it's what local footy's all about. As Treeby put his head over the footy, they attack him and the umpire will come in and bounce again. Half forward line. Members side of the ground, it's Sorrento 5-1-31. They've kicked the opening 2 goals of this second quarter. Somerville 3-8-26. We've played 11 and a half minutes into the second quarter. Got one high there was Hogenberg, went for the don't argue. He's going to get the free kick. Gets it now, tries to sell some candy. He needs to get rid of it. McKenzie's got some space. It's on the wing position. Tierenhead comes at him now. Opens up McMahon, who's got a paddock in front of him. Runs inside 50. Has a shot for goal and misses. So a great build-up again for the Eagles. Couldn't convert it. And another minor score. So they've had 12 scoring shots to just 6, double the amount. And they find themselves 4 points behind. 3-9-27 to 5-1-31. Ball back into play, up towards the wing. The umpire's found a free kick against Tim Hurst for holding. And the Sharks will get a free kick on the outer side of the ground.
Next goal absolutely crucial here, and if Sereno get it, it's even more crucial.
Tapscott's got it. He's too far out to score. Burning kick inside was sensational. Got one in the back there was Lockwood. Umpire said no. Madison dived in top of it. If that was AFL footy, he'd be in all sorts of trouble there, but it's not. And he gets the benefit of the doubt, and the umpire will throw the ball back up. About 40 metres out, directly in front. 4 points the difference. Simpson got one around the chops there from Corp, and he'll get the free kick. So Scotty Simpson doing a pretty good job. He's not sure where to go, though. Decides to go in short. That's a terrible kick. Luck's a fortune because it didn't hit a Sereno player. Ball comes out, though, to Treeby. Left foot snap around the corner, went up against the boundary line. Good play there by McKenzie on Tapscott. Ball comes back out to McKenzie. He attacked the footy and then he got it back. Was wonderful play. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. Ferguson versus Rowe. Ferguson slick on that occasion. Spilt the ball though. Sereno players getting back to assist. Ball comes out to Potter. Another one comes out there towards Kenyon and they work the ball out nicely now through Tierenhead, who's got the ball on the outer wing. Kicks the ball up towards Lockwood. He'll fly. Couldn't take the mark. McKenzie was there. Good play there by the Eagles. Tim Hurst. McKenzie's got it again. Defensive 50. Awkward kick on the left. It was effective though because it found his teammate there in Hogenberg. Gave it off to Sutton. Kicks the ball up towards inside 50. Ferguson nudged Rowe under the footy. Couldn't take the mark though. Stringer comes into support. Dives on top of it. There is Hurst. The umpire will come in and bounce. And it's hot stuff out there. Transition footy end to end. Defence of both sides holding up extremely well.
Looks like the clock's working too. 14 minutes in the second quarter.
It is Burton. Hogenberg, speedy. Goes for a little left foot chip, was nice. Looking there for Ryan. Didn't attack the footy. Allows Sereno just to waltz through. Madison went out towards the wing position. Hurst. It's Tim Hurst. He's got a paddock as he picks the ball up. Needs to be slick with the footy now. Goes in short. Finds the sure-footed there, Speedy. He wants to play on. He does so. Kick needs to be good. It was. He found Mirandos, who gets onto the right, kicks it inside. Up flies there was Crow. Umpire said he didn't get one too high. Good play there by Sutton. The tackle was good. Hogenberg's got it now. Half forward. What can he do? Kicks the ball out there towards Rolfe. He couldn't take the mark. Colley's there as well. But the boundary line beat them all and it rolls over about 25 metres around from their goal outer side of the ground.
Pretty even when you consider 5 inside 50s each of 2 this quarter. It's 21 to 12 for the game, but it's end-to-end stuff, but no one really taking the advantage at this stage.
3-9-27, plays 5-1-31, 15 minutes gone, second quarter. It's the Sharks leading, and they've got possession of the footy through James Hallahan at half-back. Goes across the face. It was a sweet kick. Found his teammate there in Ferguson, who went up the line. Ball didn't sit nicely. It picked up by Mirandos. Goes inside to Ben Crow, who will unload from 50. And he nails it, the big fella. And he celebrates accordingly as well. And the Eagles are back in front. 4-9-33. Sereno 5-1-31. 16 minutes gone. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Yeah, you're all okay. Big day, boys. Brownie.
Yes, coach.
Keep up that rich, full-bodied smoothness, son.
Yes, coach.
Lager. Here, coach.
Good boy. I know you're new to the team, but you're so crisp and refreshing. Great light straw colour too, son. Keep it up.
Thanks, coach. Pale, IPA, you're the strength and consistency we need on this team.
Mornington Peninsula Brewery love football as much as they love making world-class beer. That's why they're sponsors of local footy. This season, treat yourself to a round of beer and pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road, Mornington.
Station sponsor.
Great contest here in the RPP match of the day. 2 points the difference. It's the Eagles, the home side, 4-9-33, leading Sorrento 5-1-31. 16 minutes gone, second quarter. And we're still waiting for some around the grounds at Hastings and Red Hill. Also Rye and Pearcedale. Bossie's got them now. Rye 9-5-59. It's Pearcedale 5-1-31. And Hastings, that is the quarter time score, 6-3 to 1-1. So no updates there as yet. As Farrelly, he gets front position. That was better by him because Williams has done the John M today as the ball goes out towards half forward. Does it sit for McMahon? It does. Handball inside was nice. Ball goes backwards again. Collie, little chip kick inside. They got the numbers here. Luke Rowe, he got besieged upon. The umpire, I reckon, thought about giving him the free kick, decided against it. And the umpire will come in and bounce. About 50 metres around from Somerville's goal. They lead by 2. 4-9-33 to 5-1-31. That is on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. Wonderful supporters, the Rye Hotel. Telstra Stores, Mornington, Rosebud, bringing us the live action today. And, of course, Mornington Peninsula Breweries all over the player of the day and the stats. And, Vossi, you've got some around the grounds in Peninsula League.
Coringal 10-3, Chelsea 4-7, Mount Eliza 5-5, YCW 3-3, and Seaford easily over Langwarrin 9-4 to 1-3.
Gee whiz, that's a massive turn up. The umpire's found a free kick. It's going to go there towards Justin Farrelly. Goes to Speedy. Geez, it was a ambitious handball. Didn't hit the target. But the umpire brought him back across the mark. So luck's a fortune there for the skipper for the Eagles. Goes in short. It was a nice kick. Finds his teammate there in McMahon. Little chip kick inside, looking for a teammate. Couldn't find one. They're deep inside the 50-metre line here, Somerville. And the umpire will come in and bounce about 15 metres out from goal. Plenty of numbers around. Sereno's defence under pressure again. Third man up was there. They want the boundary line. Ball ends up coming back up towards half-back. Ball spills at the back. Somerville trying to work the ball out of that congestion, and the umpire will come in and bounce again. So half forward line for Somerville. They lead at the 18.5 minute mark, 4-9-33 to 5-1-31. Ball goes up again. McMahon, he's been outstanding in this quarter. Kicks the ball up inside 50. There he is, Rowe. Was it? No, it's not. It was Crow. It was Sedgwick. Not sure who it was. It was Sedgwick. He wasn't paid the mark. Ben Crow, left foot, snap around the corner. He's kicked it, Ben Crow. So he had a little word to yours truly as he went past and didn't really appreciate the words in the footy record today or the talk on the radio this morning in the fact that he hasn't got a second effort and he's kicked 2 goals in this quarter, Michael Voss.
Like I said, I think he's appreciating the fact that Tom Shaw's not there and he's got more responsibility. And I really do. Like we know what Crowy's capable of as a player, but I honestly think he's relishing the fact that Tommy Shaw's not there.
Yeah, no doubt. He's the third wheel, isn't he, usually? And he's enjoying being the second wheel there this afternoon as the ball spills to the back. Tapscott's got a lift. He's got one high and he's going to get a free kick here in the middle of the ground. So they've opened up an 8-point break here. Somerville 5-9-39 to 5-1-31. Sorrento kicked the opening 2 goals of the quarter. And Somerville has responded. The ball goes out there towards Hallahan. Couldn't take the mark. Kane McKenzie's been sensational in this quarter. Finds Westerman up against the boundary line right in front of the members here at Somerville.
He's been pretty
ball
good
goes
also.
up the line. Sedgwick in front position takes a nice mark. He's got the ball from about 50. Unloads now. Goes to the top of the square. They're pamped under a great mark there, Potter. He was out-muscled. And that was a terrific mark down there towards Steve Crow, I reckon it is. Or is it Billy Rolfe? It's Billy Rolfe who's taken the mark. And that was wonderful stuff. They've had a great battle, these two. And the body-to-body, Billy just parked him under the footy and took a nice mark on the chest. So Billy Rolfe's already kicked a goal this afternoon, kicked one in the opening quarter. He can double up now and kick a second. So Billy Rolfe, he'll kick from about 5 to 10 metres out directly in front, kicks the goal. That's good stuff from the Eagles, and they extend their lead. 6 goals, 9:45 plays 5-1-31. We've played more than 20 minutes into the second quarter, and they're doing it nicely at the moment, the Eagles.
They are, and I looked at the inside 50s earlier in the quarter. I think it was something like 4-2 in favour of Sorrento. It's now 9-5 in favour of Somerville. 7 of the last 8 inside 50s, and all of a sudden that dominance is starting to prove a little bit vital here, because they've actually started to put the score on the scoreboard, and now Sorrento need a goal.
Yeah, they do. So back in the centre of the ground again, just waiting for the pill to come back. 15 scoring shots to 6 in favour of Somerville. So that 14-point buffer is probably a true indication of the general play in this game so far. We've played 21.5 minutes. There's a free kick. It's going against Farrelly. It's going to go to the big Ryan Williams, who's been good for them. Handballs the ball off to Treby. They kick their goals a lot more easy. Lockwood comes out. That's a wonderful lead, a wonderful kick, and a wonderful mark there to Lockwood, who will have a kick for goal from about 50 for the Sharks. So this is the difference between the two sides at the moment. Somerville really having to work for their goals, coming a little bit too easy for Sorrento. As Scott Lockwood's already kicked 1 goal this afternoon. Todd Farrelly stands the mark. He'll kick from 50. He hasn't got the journey. Simpson flies uncontested and takes a mark. So good play there by Simpson. Wants to go out wide. Stevie Crow's got the sit. Takes the mark. Was nice. Speedy. He wants it short. He's going to get it because he's on his left as well. So he's on the right side. So he's got the ball right in front of the Somerville coach's back box. Wants to go short. Does so. Terrible kick. Turnover was horrible. Go out there to Lockwood. Unloads from 50. Scott Lockwood. Can he bring it back? He does. So the turnover there from Speedy. They need to get around him and talk him up, because that could be a head dropper. They made him pay. Scotty Lockwood kicks the goal for the Sharks. And they reduce the margin back to 9 points, 6-1-37 to 6-9-45. We've played 23 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, that's one that they desperately needed, and it was unexpected because Simpson had averted the danger. He got it out to Speedy, and all of a sudden, I think the ball's in really good hands. But that was a poor effort by Adrian Speedy. He's better than that, and all of a sudden the margin back to 8 points, nearly at half time.
Well, he needs to make it up to them now. Does Speedy. He won't want to watch that one again, as we're back in the centre of the ground again. Williams versus Farrelly. Farrelly won that one. Good play there by Jed. Sutton goes in short, looking for Sedgwick. Couldn't take the mark. Gets one in the back. Umpire said nothing in it. It was Billy Rolfe, in fact. So I apologise to Billy, because I've called his name wrong twice now. It's a long way away down there. My eyes aren't what they used to be. As the ball comes out towards half-back, Hoganberg, he leaves it there for McGuinness, gets on his left foot, kicks it to the top of the square. They got the numbers around the footy here. Sereno Casper sold some candy, went backwards there to Hallahan, goes out wide looking for Marston, couldn't take it. Here's Speedy now inside the boundary, he couldn't keep it in, and the umpire will throw the ball back into play. Left forward pocket, members side, Somerville lead, 6 goals, 9:45 to 6-1-37. 24.5 minutes gone into the second quarter. The RWP match of the day, thanks to Telstra Stores, Moynton and Rose, but uncontested he was in the ruck there. Out goes Crow. He breaks open Crow. Right foot snap. He couldn't bring it back enough. He did all the hard work, but he couldn't bring it back enough, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds on the full. So the Sharks to bring the ball back into play. It'll be Ferguson, who's been pretty good in the last line this afternoon. Goes out wide. Wasn't a great kick. Hogan Burke, he's able to trap it. Goes inside looking for McGuinness. Tries to be too pretty. Zach Burns just sweeps on it for Sereno. So they're trying to be a bit cute sometimes, Somerville, and it's hurting them. Simpson, one-on-one, was sensational on that occasion. Gave a sweeping handball to Farrelly. He's got a handball that he wants to handball. It goes to Westerman. He's in trouble. Geez, he sold him blind there, Farrelly. He should have just got his foot to the footy rather than looking for the handball. And he coughed it up. So the ball's stalemate back in the centre again. Good play there by McGuinness. Tapped it forward. Jed Sutton's got a couple to beat. One of those is Tieran Head. Goes on to the left. Kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Kane McKenzie was good. Ball spills down. Good play there by McGuinness against Tapscott. Laid the tackle. And the umpire will come in and bounce in the centre of the ground. Couldn't be long left. 26 minutes gone. 8 points the difference in favour of the Eagles. They'd love another one before half-time. Attacked the footy hard. Was good play there by Burton. Deserves a free kick, and he's got one. Gives it to McGuinness now, who goes out wide. Rove, it's Billy Rolfe. He got pulled to the ground. Umpire said you were hanging on to one another. Gave both players the benefit of the doubt there. And Ben Sedgwick sees the ball over the line and out of bounds. So right forward pocket for the Sharks. Mount Eliza 6-6, YC 5-3, so 9-point lead to Frankston YC to Mount Eliza over Frankston YCW. Ben Crowe, good play by him. Allsop, can he gather? No. Good play there by the defence of the Sharks. There's a free kick, and it's going there to Somerville. Geez, that ball was hot, and I'm not sure that he had prior opportunity either, but he's been pinged for holding the ball. And Jed Sutton, who's just so good in these situations when the ball is deep inside 50s. Forward pressure's outstanding, Vossi.
It is, and this will be a pretty crucial goal heading up towards half-time. 27 minutes, and to make the margin 14 points. If he's successful, only 20 metres out, shouldn't miss.
He shouldn't. He hasn't kicked one. He was outstanding in the first quarter. He's kicked the goal, so that's a great goal there to Jed Sutton. And that's goal number 7 for the Eagles as they all get around him now. And they've broken it open again by 14 points as we near half-time. 7-9-51 at the 27.5-minute mark on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. That is Somerville Sorrento, 6-1-37. So 14 points the difference as the ball finds its way back in the centre of the ground here at Somerville. Been a very entertaining first half of footy. It's seesawed. Somerville having to work pretty hard for their goals. Sorrento finding a little easier to hit the scoreboard. But 6 scoring shots to 7 shows the efficiency so far of the Sharks. And they're still in the hunt as Guy Stringer comes into the middle of the ground. He's going to do the ruck work against Justin Farrelly.
When they're in trouble, sides in the past, Guy Stringer into the ruck. It's happened so often at his different clubs, Zoe.
Yeah, it has. He got smashed there in the ruck contest. It allowed Hoganberg to run on the footy. Got a little handball out to Sutton. Handball out towards Casper for Sereno. Ball spills out towards the back. Timmy Hurst, he's got to mop it up here. He does. What can he do? Gets a handball out to McGuinness. Gives it to Speedy. Speedy sold some candy. Was nice. Gets onto that left foot. Kicks the ball wide. Looking for a fly up. He couldn't get him though in Westerman. Sedgwick comes and attacks the footy. Gets brought to the ground. And that's a wonderful half of footy between those two football sides out there. Tough stuff. And a real finals-like atmosphere here at Somerville Footy Ground. And at half-time at Somerville, 7-9-51, leading Sorrento 6-1-7. We'll go to a break, and then we'll be back with the half-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Looking for the perfect place to enjoy fine food on the peninsula? Then check out the Heritage Taverns. With local produce from paddock to plate, you'll love their fine diversity of dishes. And with space for the kids to play, they offer a truly family-friendly atmosphere. Plus, every Sunday from 3 till 6, enjoy live music while tasting the many fine local beers, wine and spirits available. Wine, dine and indulge at the Heritage Tavern, 3059 Flinders Road, Balnarring. Phone 5983 2597. Proud station sponsor.
Bayside Jeep offers competitive insurance.